Have you entered into 2026 with a financial plan or just a financial hope? I know a lot of us likes to be very positive and very hopeful, but you need to understand that it won't be enough to be hopeful about your finances this year. You need to have a strategy. Beyond being hopeful, you need to have a strategy in this year. Why? For those hopes, for those desires, for those aspirations and those goals to come to life in this new year, you need to have a strategy. And above all, you need to be intentional and disciplined. See, you can have a hope, you can have an expectation and have a strategy as well. But if you lack the discipline, if you lack that intentionality, everything will come down to nothing. So, as you plan this year, ensure that you are intentional about those plans. Ensure that you are disciplined, following through those strategies in this year. Don't just enter this new year with new hopes, but with the same old money habits. It will not work. All those former money habits, all those money habits that has robbed you of your financial growth over the last few months and years, it is time for you to reflect and be serious about your finances in this year. And which is why we are here at Financial Intelligence Hub. Financial awareness, financial intelligence, financial education, financial literacy. We need to get better in this year. We need to get better this year with our finances. In this year, your money must have direction. Your money must have direction, not just movement. It must have direction. Don't just be spending money anyhow, without a plan. That is spending without direction. Your money must have a direction in this year. You must know where your money is coming from and where your money is going to. You should be able to measure what is coming in and what is going out and what is left, and just have control over your finances in this year. There must be direction about your finances this year, not just movement. In this new year, you need to budget with intentions. Budget with intentions. Last year, a lot of us had budgets but didn't follow through our budgets. A lot of us even had budgets and existed like as if there was no budget. A number of people budget and just follow budgets like a routine exercise just for having it. Whereas there is more advantage, there is more benefits to get from having your finances planned and budgeted for. So this year, budget with intentions. And this year, save consistently. As much as you can, please save consistently. If you do not save, there will be nothing saved to save you when you need to be saved. This year, save consistently. And as you are saving consistently, as you are budgeting with intentions, also remember to spend wisely. Dirty December has gone. For some of us, it is now dirty January. I mean DIRTY, because we did not plan our finances well in December. Now we are experiencing dirty January. You don't want to go through such again this year. So spend wisely this year. Don't give people the wrong impression about your lifestyle. Live within your means. I've always said that. That's my number one rule. For you to have financial freedom, you need to at least start by living within your means. Whatever that you cannot finance by your regular income, whatever that you cannot achieve by your regular income, whatever that you cannot settle by your regular income, don't venture into what you cannot take control over, what you cannot settle with your regular income. Don't borrow to impress. Don't borrow to spend lavishly, to have a lifestyle that is not proportionate to your income level. It is not helping you and it is not helping them too. Because if they are asking you and you are not given, they would think that you are being wicked, that you are being stingy, not forgetting that you yourself, you are struggling. So spend wisely in this year. Please spend wisely. And to really experience that growth, you also need to invest with understanding. Invest with understanding. Don't invest just because others are doing it. Don't invest because you heard that, oh, this investment has risen by 50% or 100% over the last year. Or this investment has provided about 20% or 15% or 5% or 8%, or even 100% yield or returns in this year. Invest with understanding. Invest intelligently in this year so that you do not lose your financial resources. Budgeting is not punishment. Saving is not suffering. An investment is not gambling if you do it intelligently. So this year, budget with intentions, because it is never a punishment. Save consistently. If you save consistently, you are not suffering. And if you invest very well, intelligently, it is not gambling though. As long as you invest intelligently, you are investing with understanding. Stop waiting for a big break. Oh no, you don't have to do that. Start managing the small leaks. All those small leaks that didn't allow you achieve your financial goals last year, you need to start addressing them. You know why? Because most financial problems is not about lack of income. They don't come from lack of income. They are mostly from lack of structure. Of course, I'm sure you are very aware of some great personalities in the past, some one-time wealthy and rich people, and some of them right now are, have nothing. The question is, how did they move from having more than enough to nothing? How did a particular person move from having all the financial wealth and riches to absolutely nothing? Which also points to the fact that personal finance is not about just income or you're not earning enough. No, it's about whether you have a plan and structure for that which you are managing, for that which you have been blessed with. Do you have a structure? Because if you don't have a structure, if you don't have a plan, and if you are not intentional and serious about your financial affairs in this year, it's just going to come and go like it never existed. So this year, there is one thing I also like to ask is, ensure you know where your money is going. Ensure you know where your money is going. Because you hold yourself accountable. You can't know where the problem lies. You can't measure what you cannot manage. If you don't know where your money is going to, that is a big problem. So in this year, ensure you know where your money is going to. For everything you spend money on, you are able to track it. You are able to say, oh, this is what I spent money on in this month. This is, this particular expense was the reason why I overshot my budget, or this particular expense was what I avoided to give me enough buffer or headroom to save more in this month. So you can only do this by measuring, managing properly. So ensure you know where your money is going to this year. Live within your means. Save before you spend. Like in my first episode, I said, instead of you saving after spending, why not treat your savings as an expenses? When you're creating your budget, before expenses come in, just put your savings as an expense in your budget. Then whatever is left, you run around it. Let's try that and see if it's going to work. Because you have tried saving after spending, it has not worked for you over the last few years and months. Now, it is time to try another approach. It is time to try another strategy. Why not save first before spending? Invest with patience and not with pressure. You have tried to build some savings. You've built up some savings. And of course, real financial freedom and prosperity does not end with savings. It only starts with that. It does not end there. Real financial freedom starts by ensuring that your savings reproduces itself. Your money keeps reproducing itself. And the only way you can do that is not just savings, but by investment. Investing intelligently, investing with understanding. So this year, invest with patience and not with pressure. My friend just bought this stock. My friend just invested in this, security, this CP, or this company's instrument, or just bought this particular property or this land without you assessing the risk before going into it. When you focus too much on reward without the risk, there might be a problem. As a matter of fact, the best way for you to play safe with your money is not just focus on the reward first. Think of the risk first. When you are comfortable with the risk that you are taking, the reward will not be a problem. But when you focus too much on the reward, 20%, 15%, 35%, 50%, and you've not taken your time to do your study, to do your research about the risk underlying those investments, what can go wrong about those investments? There's a potential problem. So in this year, as you build up your savings, you build up your financial wealth, and as you plan to invest, do it intelligently. And most importantly, measure your progress and not your neighbors this year. A number of us only measured our neighbors last year, forgetting to measure your own progress. My neighbor has just bought a car. My neighbor has just bought a property. And my friend has just gotten $1 million paying job. My friend has just gotten a second house. I've just seen someone who just traveled to 3 countries in 1 week. You are benchmarking your lifestyle to others. In this year, you don't need that. Measure your own progress. Don't measure your neighbors. Measure your own progress and leave your neighbors alone. Leave your peers alone. Leave your colleagues alone. Leave other people alone. Why not just focus on you? You. Yeah. Focus on you. Let others be looking up to you. Let others see you as a reference point, as a good reference point. In this year, let this year be the year when your money will start working for you. And if you are listening and you've had a great 2025 or great past few years with managing your finances, getting your finances in order, that is very, very great also. This year is another year to make it bigger, to grow bigger, to do better. There is always a place for improvement. There is always a place to achieve more. You can always do better also. If you have never had experience struggling with finances, good as well. You continue the momentum, increase the momentum, and be very careful. I hope that this message has been helpful to you, such that we all go through this 2026 with an expectation, an intention, and a disciplined mindset. I look forward to receiving your positive feedback by the end of the year, when you would say that a year ago I was not. This year I've achieved a lot. A year ago I was only able to achieve this level, but this year I have done much more. That is what we want to hear at Financial Intelligence Hub, FinIntelligence Hub. Thank you for listening to me. If this has been helpful, please kindly like, share, repost. That is one of the ways you can support us. Of course, our mission is to make finance very simple, practical, and relatable. Spread the financial message, that financial gospel, that financial awareness, so we can liberate as many as possible from financial mess, from financial bleeding. Kindly help us to spread this message so you can reach out to as many possible audience. In schools, in your office, colleagues, peers, family members, colleagues, just share this message and this video with them. I'm sure they will thank you. Thank you for listening to me. I'm sure you have a financially intelligent year, and see you in the next episode. Thank you.